is about landscape, and much more so. The more that I work, the more it becomes about landscape. But it's also filtered through my memory and filtered through my emotions. So so I suppose a photograph you could also play with and filter and layer, and you'd get an echo of what you originally started with, but you have the voice of the artist or the overlaid into that. Materials matter enormously, and that's really exciting to me, because the more I'm able to, the more I can get the most beautiful pigments and the most exciting colours, and so I can use really, really fantastic paints now, which is my process is one that it happens. It takes a long time, and I basically build up almost like the skeletons of the painting with work that has with paint that has more texture to it. So I build up the structure, and then I overlay that with glazes, and then I rub and scrape that away, and then I repeat that whole process maybe many, many times until I get something that feels complete to me. So the paint often in the later stage is very liquid, so you're sort of trying to capture something as it's moving around, and so sometimes you tilt the painting and you get those what you would describe as drips. Sometimes it's more puddles into pools, and so it's more organic shapes, and sometimes you sort of push that right away and you just get little tiny memories of that colour left in cracks and crannies of the paint. My works are now, there are some that are very expensive, and it's because they're incredibly expensive to make. For example, if you work with oils, you can easily spend a couple of £100 on a tube of paint about the size of a toothpaste tube. And because I work very thickly and very extravagantly with my paints, you can imagine how that very quickly adds up into the thousands. I have all of my stretchers and canvases made to my specification, and they're all handmade. Some of them, I'm now working with aluminium, which is very expensive as well. So before you've even started on your time and your rent and all of those other things, it's an expensive habit to feed. How do you describe the thing that you most love to do? I absolutely love what I do, but I happen to spend 12 or 14 hours a day doing it. So you could say, yes, I work hard. I do. I work incredibly hard. It's physical, it's emotional, it's grueling, and it's so rewarding, and it's the most exciting thing. And when you get that buzz of a painting finally, after many years coming together and being almost more than you'd hoped it to be, then it's just so exhilarating. So it's almost more like a love affair, that sometimes you have extraordinary highs, sometimes you have extraordinary fights, sometimes it's not a job of work, it's a passion, and this is my life, this is what I am.